We are back live here in Cheswick, Pennsylvania. Gladiators of the Cage 19. We have one more amateur fight this evening. Let's go to the tail of the tape for that bout right now. Tail of the tape, Andrew Sproul. He's 30 years old. He's 5'9". He weighed in at 155 pounds, I believe. That's the updated weight. He's going to be making his debut. He's going to be facing a tough customer in Travis Layton, who's 22 years old. He's 1-0. He's 5'7" with 155 pounds. And we're ready right now for the introductions of these fighters. Can we get Dan Bogan to introduce our fighters? Music starts for Travis Layton. I believe it was showing him in the red corner on the tail of the tape. He's going to be fighting out of the blue corner, it looks like. And guess where Travis Layton is fighting from, Rich?
Uniontown Fight Club. Bill Bosley, he just comes in and just brings warriors, and he will supply the whole card if he has to.
I think this is partially the Bill Bosley show. He has put how many fights just in tonight, and great performances by everyone. Once again, they're always there. They made weight. They're ready to fight. And here he comes in right now. Travis Layton, 1-0, looking for that second victory. Talked to him earlier. What a nice young gentleman. Handles himself well. I like if you look at the tattoo in Bosley's shirt, the front of his shirt, it's like they match there. They are caged animals at the Uniontown Fight Club. These guys like to go. And right behind this young man, not to take the spotlight off Travis, but that man with the beard behind him, Rich, you know him very well, don't you?
I do. That's indeed Nick Nyquil Brown. He is on the UFC prospect page, and he is one of the best athletes that I've worked with personally.
Yeah, he's definitely fought all around. He'll take any fight. Actually, if this is a shout out going to anyone who would like to see Nick Brown fight in Gladiators of the Cage, and to any fighters out there, this isn't calling you out or anything like that in a negative light. If you'd like a fight, we can get you the contact information. Nick Brown sometimes has some problems getting fights. He's a tough kid, man, and a lot of guys are really gun-shy to go with this young man. He's very well-rounded. He's fought in the World Series of Fighting. He's fought in King of the Cage. All the promotions in the Pittsburgh area. He's a very tough kid. But how would you like to be Travis, having that man in your corner and training with him every day?
It's amazing. Like Dylan.
Good luck, brother.
So, getting ready to announce Andy Sproul in.
From the red corner, Andy Sproul. Red corner, Andy Sproul.
So, I'm sorry, Rich, back to you, what you was talking about Travis. Getting to work full-time in the corner and having Nick Brown. What kind of confidence does that give to you when you know you have a fighter of this reputation standing in your corner and telling you? What security is there?
Well, Dylan Weston said it best just this last fight. He said he has the best team with the best fighters in his corner, which will give him more confidence, more time to go in there, and he's just excited to be here.
Precisely. And I feel the same way. If you're secure and confident in whatever you do, you're going to do it better. That's just as simple as it is. And, what confidence goes into this? I think a lot of people really misconstrued something sometimes. Of course, all the arts, there's so many different forms and so many different ways to win a fight. But without your mind and your heart being in the right place, it's difficult to perform at your best at anything.
Absolutely, and that's the same with health and everything. And here we have Andy Sproul, who is making his debut. I spoke earlier about debuts. You don't know what to expect.
Absolutely.
You don't know what to expect. And Dylan Weston, his last fight, he showed us that it could be a great thing or it could be a bad thing.
Right, exactly. And something else that I think a lot of fighters are starting to take more serious. Some still are having a hard time taking the seriousness of it because the sport's still growing, and there isn't a lot of great and strength and conditioning coaches in the area. We've been fortunate. I think we probably, hands down, know the best that I've ever met. He helps all of our fighters cut weight. Who might that man be?
That is Sean Zagorski.
Yeah.
He's a top nutritionist. I can't vouch more for him. Jonathan Kaufman has never missed weight, and he walks around at 155 pounds. He has to cut 20 pounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go to the ring announcer, Dan Bogan, for the official introduction of our fighters. I think, there we go.
And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 155 pounds. His specialty is Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, 30 years of age, making his debut this evening for Fight Club Pittsburgh from Ohio, Pennsylvania, Andy Sproul. Your referee, Chip Snyder.
Okay, here we go. Sir, you ready? Sir, you ready? Come on, let's fight.
We're ready for our
Chuck,
fifth match of the evening.
This fight is brought to you by
quick
kicksandall.com.
Quick punch. Layton caught him really early with that punch, really rocked him, and now he's going for the neck. This looks like a tight choke already. He really caught him right off the bat. Just 3 seconds into the match, he hit him with a hard right, deep sprawl. He's got that neck. He's out.
I see.
He completely
amazing.
choked him unconscious. Andy Sproul is completely out. Phenomenal job by Chip to stop that match, because from this vantage point, we couldn't even tell.
One punch, he drew blood, and then he took a full advantage of it. That was a great choke.
Unbelievable by Travis Layton.
Yeah.
Upping that 2-0 record. That may be the quickest knockdown we've ever seen in Gladiators of the Cage. What a phenomenal shot there. Big overhand right, like you said, drew blood, and then all of a sudden, like a shark, you always smell that blood in the water. He jumps on him, but look how patient, look how calm he looks. He's just very stoic looking in his performance, and Bosley couldn't be prouder of his young fighter. What a great job. Nick Brown in his corner. Let's go to replay right now if we have that.
It was so fast, we need a replay.
Look at the clock, 2:58. Look at that, Rich. 2:59. Watch the punch being thrown here. It's actually a big left right to the ear. 2:58 and followed by the giant right. They were so quick, and he hit with both extremely hard. But look, he lands 3 punches in 4 seconds and knocks the guy down. And at the 2:56 mark, sets the submission up, Rich.
It's just amazing. He came out, threw that left, landed that right. He could have kept punching, but he saw the opening for a submission, and he took advantage of it.
And he's completely out.
Out at 2 minutes and 43 seconds of round number 1.
Great job by Chip Snyder, showing why he is the best in the Pittsburgh area. It looked like by the way he was crouching down, and he had Layton's weight on him, he couldn't move, but he was completely unconscious, Rich. He was knocked out. He was choked out.
Absolutely out, and I'm sure Travis is just ecstatic right now. And he should be calm. He just ended that fight.
Wow. And
very quick, and that could be the fastest finish in Gladiators of the Cage history. It's going to be a close one.
Let's go to Dan Bogan for the official announcement of this fight.
I hope you didn't blink. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner at 18 seconds into round number 1 by guillotine choke, fighting out of the blue corner, Travis Layton. Travis, when you turn pro, you don't get paid by the hour then either. So you made that sudden. That wasn't quick. Thank you. Who would you like to thank today? Obviously, I have my coach.
How about?
Representative Welton, would you like to come back to Pittsburgh today? Pittsburgh Gladiators and take some more? Outstanding. That's your winner, Travis Layton. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a brief intermission. Visit the concession stands and visit our vendors. Get some cool things, see t-shirts, why not get something to eat, get something to drink, get your throats hydrated. Because the professional fighters of the Gladiators and Cage are coming up next.
Wow. Unbelievable moment. First off, what better fight for our sponsor to be sponsoring than that one, which kind of was interrupted because of the unbelievable quickness of that fight. Rich, our sponsor.
Our sponsor is brought to you by kicksandall.com. As you can see in the corner, it's hashtag kicksandall.
Well, great job of sponsoring that fight. It may have been fast, but I'm going to tell you, you're going to get probably the most attention off of that fight. Wow. Already knockout. Was it knock? It wasn't a knockout. It was a great knockdown, but it's already now in line for submission of the night. We've seen how many fights now? 3 fights ended by the rear naked choke, or 2 fights by rear naked choke, 1 by guillotine, all different forms of chokes. So man, what a night so far. 3 out of the 5 matches end with choke. 1 goes to a split decision, and 1 goes to a unanimous decision. But man, what a great night, Rich. If this is any indication, we're in for a treat with these pro fights.
I am looking very forward to these pro fights. We have a couple warriors. We have Joey the Hitman Holt. We have experienced people like Andrew Osborne. Andrew Osborne is 7-9. He's been around. We have Josh Stansberry, who is 6-2. His first 2 fights of his professional career, he lost and then came back. He's on a 6-fight win streak right now.
Wow. Yeah, that's excellent. And, once again, the big main event of the evening, Mark Jericho, main event, his retirement bout. I can't wait to see this. I'm super hyped. And we've just begun, Rich. We got 4 great fights lined up, and these aren't 2-minute rounds. These are 5-minute round fights.
I agree. And to come back on that great victory, Travis Lawton, as you've seen, he was very, very, very experienced and comfortable with his hands. That's because he has 6 amateur boxing matches, and he is 5-1, and he's on a 5-fight win streak in amateur boxing right now.
Exactly. These guys are well-versed, and they train all over. But right now, we're going to take a quick intermission before we go to our pro fights of the evening, and we'll be back with Gladiators of the Cage 19 right after this.